is Anthony Oliver, here with the NTCA. Today on TileTV, I'd like to discuss our substrate prep standards for the tile industry. So what are our substrate prep standards, and why are they so important? Well, if I look inside my ANSI 108 book here, has my standards for the tile industry, I find that it says here in my ANSI, my 108 4.2, that our substrate prep standards for any tile that is shorter than 15 inches on one side gets an allowed variation of a maximum of 1/4 of an inch within 10 feet. If I'm dealing with tile that is longer than 15 inches on one side, those standards become a little more stringent and they go down to 1/8 of an inch within 10 feet. So what exactly does that mean? That means if I'm hired to do a tile job, I go in there with my 10-foot straight edge and I lay it down and I look for the variations in the slab. And I see whether or not we have more than 1/4 of an inch or more than 1/8 of an inch, depending on the tile that the customer wants me to install. So what happens if I find variations that are more than that 1/4 of an inch or that 1/8 of an inch per 10 feet? Well, that means that I need to fix it. Ideally, I want it 100% flat, but it also says here in my book that that falls under preparation by other trades. So if I have to fix it, then I should be paid for my time. But they don't want to pay for prep, your contractor or your customer may try and tell you. Well, there's a couple of problems with that. It says right here in my 4.2 that if the substrate does not meet the specified tolerances, it shall be corrected to get it within the specified tolerances before the tile installation. If you start installing on an unacceptable substrate, then you have deemed it as acceptable, and that means that any problems that happen after that could be your responsibility. So what happens if I find variations that are more than that 1/4 of an inch or that 1/8 of an inch per 10 feet? Well, that means that I need to fix it. Ideally, I want it 100% flat, but it also says here in my book that that falls under preparation by other trades. So if I have to fix it, then I should be paid for my time. There are proper products for fixing the substrate. We have flowable hydraulic cement underlayments. We have concrete rendering mortars. There are many ways that you can fix the substrate. You should not be trying to fix it with thinset. Thinset's just not designed for fixing substrates. It can shrink as it's drying, pulling the tile in different directions, pronouncing lippage that perhaps you wouldn't have during the regular tile installation had you fixed it normally. So if we meet these minimum standards or exceed them by making our substrate 100% flat to begin with, then our tile installation is going to go much smoother. It's going to be easier to pop lines on. You're going to have less walking. You're going to use less thinset. The whole job is just going to go smoother. So by using these standards, methods, and best practices, we can get the best results for our tile installations.